Hi guys, today we are going to be discussing about social networking and why it's important. In case you're not familiar with what social networking is, it's basically connecting with people who have different professions or connecting with others who share similar interests with you. In this case, I'll be talking about networking with other illustrators. For all those introverts out there, don't worry, I know socialising with other humans is very difficult. The pure thought of talking to someone one-to-one is terrifying, as you can feel judged, vulnerable, and rather nervous. But have no fear, I'm here to share some of my experiences and hopefully to give you some helpful advice to get you started. My first online contact was with a digital illustrator named Shichigoro-Shingo. I was creating an artist study for my school project, and while I was writing about his work in my sketchbook, I was curious and I dropped him a cheeky little message on Deviantart and asked him, how long does it take for you to create your work? And without expecting it, I received a reply from him, and honestly, it felt good. The fact that I went out of my way to write a message to him, but also had no encouragement from other people to ask him. The added bonus was even receiving a reply, and it gave me more confidence within my work. You don't necessarily need a reply, as the biggest hurdle is actually through messaging. The easiest thing, especially for us introverts, is making contacts through social media. For example, Instagram is probably one of the biggest social media groups out there for connecting artists and illustrators together by viewing their posts. However, the most challenging of social networking is in person. For us introverts in particular, socialising with other people in person is very difficult. However, not impossible, as you need to push yourself, and I know it's easier said than done, but really go for it, as the person you're going to make contact with will admire your bravery. Let me give you an example of one of my personal experiences with networking with a professional artist in person. For my film studies project at school, I designed a press pack for a film I made up called Afterlife. For my press pack, I created a comic book issue, and by chance there was this local competition at a shop called the Original Art Shop, which is now Castle Fine Art. And the competition was to design a comic cover. There were 3 categories to the competition: kids, teens, and adults. One of the judges was Greg Staples, who's illustrated covers for the Judge Dredd comics. Apparently, he was so impressed with my design, they made a separate category just for me called the Outstanding Award. Now, I was 15 at the time, and I was going up against artists who had a profession in making or designing comic book covers. Now, I had to go to the actual shop to collect my winnings, and that's where I met Greg Staples. He handed over my prize and congratulated me, and that's where I made my first social network in person. And to this day, I am still in contact with him on Facebook. It's difficult to grow or get noticed by people without networking. I network with many people online, in person, or at social events. But what if I don't have anything to say? What if I sound dumb and they'll laugh? What if I have a question that sounds really stupid? Stop. For starters, no question is stupid. No, they won't laugh at you. They'll be more inclined to speak with you as you are interested in their work. And as for nothing to say, there's always something to say. My advice to you about that would be keep your chin up, walk over to them, and ask one question, only one, as you'll find you can branch off from that question into many others. And if not, don't worry. At least you spoke to them and gave it a try. What's there to lose? So, why is social networking important? Not only you would be supporting other artists, but they'll also be supporting you. And you never know, someone would admire your confidence and ask you if you're interested in a job, because you don't know who you meet on the street nowadays. And the last thing is making new friends. In my opinion, It's probably the most important one. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and my time-lapse of Liz from Hellboy, which is done in charcoal. And I shall see you in the next video. Stay thirsty!